On September 5, 1912, a white woman named Ellen Grice reported to the Forsyth County Sheriff that her mother had scared away 2 black men that were attempting to rape Ellen. Once the police got word of the allegations, they arrested 5 black men, and news spread to the community pretty quickly. Once Grant Smith, a local black preacher, caught wind of the arrests, he went to the courthouse to advocate for the release of the 5 young boys, saying that there was not enough evidence to support the claims and hold them within the jail cell, and that one of them could have been in a consensual relationship with Ellen. Grant Smith's testimony to the sheriff sent the white townspeople into a rage and formed an angry mob who beat and whipped Grant Smith to near death in front of the courthouse steps. And things only escalated from there. When on September 12, 1912, an 18-year-old white woman named Mae Crow was raped and beaten, and she was found naked, bloody, and her skull bludgeoned with a stone. The next morning, she sadly passed away. The all-white search team claimed to have found a small pocket mirror at the crime scene that belonged to a 16-year-old black boy from Cummings, Georgia, known as Ernest Cox. The police arrested Cox at his home and eventually tortured a confession out of him by having him undergo a mock lynching. They also arrested 4 additional black boys named Oscar Daniels, Ed Collin, Jane Daniel, and Rob Edwards. Once Knox's forced confession got out to the townspeople, an angry lynch mob of over 2,000 formed, and the mob broke into the jail where the young men were being held. They shot and killed Rob Edwards, then hung his body from the telephone pole in the town square.
This mob of white men came to the town square and eventually took over the jail and brought this young man out, and they lynched him. They shot him many times, just tore his body apart with all of this. And so over a period of days, so I was told, the tensions just started to rise.
The 2 boys who remained in the jail cell were found guilty of the rape of Mae Crow and sentenced to an illegal and outlawed death by hanging. Without a trial or any evidence, a crowd of 8,000 townspeople watched and cheered as 2 teenage boys fell to their death, and the black townspeople faced what might be known as the longest, coldest, darkest night of their life, when vigilante night riders came into town and forced out 1,100 black families who were forced to leave behind everything, including their property deeds, their land, and so much more, which would eventually be stolen by their white neighbors.
The white people decided no more. We don't want any more blacks in this area. And so they started this process of running them out, burning them out, killing them.
And then they got the news one night. They said a white girl, she was a teenager, and she got raped by a black man. They didn't use black then, but they used the N-word. And they said they want all the black people to get out of Forsyth County tonight. If you don't, we're gonna kill all of y'all. Get your mule, your wagon, and head it out, and do not come back, because we're going to kill you.
What my mother told me, that it happened for her family, it happened during the night. They, just homes and everything just being set on fire, and they had to gather whatever they could and put it in the wagon along with her and her siblings and my grandparents. And so that was what caused this exodus of the black people in Forsyth County.